Okay, Mayor, we are now streaming online, Facebook, for the May 11th Town Council Conference Session. Tara, you do the honors of the meeting notice?
Adequate notice of this meeting as required by the Open Public Meetings Act was provided through the posting, mailing, and filing of the annual notice of regularly scheduled meetings of the Town Council on December 11, 2020. The notice was on that date posted on the bulletin board in the municipal building, provided to the Westfield Leader and the Star Ledger, and filed with the clerk of the town of Westfield.
Okay, Mayor, we have a quorum, so we can get started. We do have two presentations tonight. Let me see if the Girl Scout Gold Award, Bronze Award presentation. Let me give two ladies, and of course, a bunch of girls make a presentation. Let's see, Wendy, and we need Anderson. Okay. We vote the panelist, Anderson. Is she on here? Let's see. There we go. And where is Wendy? Hello, Anderson. I was waiting for the rest of the girls with Mrs. Elmquist. So give me another minute here. Let's see.
Jim, there's a link to Makwas Troop 40360. Is that who you're looking for?
Oh, well, yeah. Good. You're right. Looking for the name. I just bypassed
Right.
it. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Mrs. Elmquist just let me know that they entered as troop 40360.
Okay, so they should be on any second. There they are. Is that Mary?
Yeah.
Good evening.
Hello.
Okay, so hello, everybody. So we have, I've been working with Mary Elmquist and Wendy for a few weeks now. They have a Girl Scout troop here who wants to make a presentation for their Bronze Award. Most of the troop is in one spot, and Anderson's at her home. So I'll turn it over to Wendy to start off the presentation.
Okay. Hello. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to share our screen. Okay. Okay, there we go. All right.
Hello, my name is Emily, and we are a Tamaulipas 4th grade Girl Scout Troop 40360. Most of us have been together since kindergarten, and we work really well together. We're really excited to start this project, and I'm now going to pass it over to Mai, who will be talking about our Bronze Award. We plan to complete our Bronze Award, which is our community project, next year in 5th grade. This school year in summer, we plan to raise money and get approvals from this committee and the county council committee. Now I will pass it on to Cindy, who will be talking about how we picked our project. We picked our project by taking a walk around Tamaulipas Park and observed items that needed to be updated. We saw several areas that we could work on. The next meeting, we took a vote on our project. We all agreed that the women's Tamaulipas bathroom needed a major update. Now I'm going to pass it on over to Ella, who will talk about the women's Tamaulipas bathroom. Below are pictures from the Tamaulipas women's bathroom. As you can see, this bathroom really needs work. For example, there is chip paint and vandalism on the stalls. Now I'm going to pass it over to Josie, who's going to talk about the scope of our work. We will purchase paint and repaint the 5 exterior doors, women's, men's, and utility rooms, gray. We will repaint the bathroom walls in fluid white like the men's bathroom. The stalls will be painted gray. We will model our mural, which will be located across from the handicap stall. After this example silhouette, the background will be white. We plan to modify the mural by using just the following sayings. Be a unicorn in a field of horses. Work hard, dream big, be happy, be bright, be you. Love yourself, you shine from within. Find the good, add a little sparkle to the world. Stand out like a bold highlighter. Say yes to new adventures. In the rain there's a rainbow. Be a day for you. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Fly free like a bird. Your opinion matters. Dream higher than the sky and deeper than the ocean. Don't look up. Don't look down. Look up. Be a ray bird in someone else's cloud. I will now pass it on to Julia Belfi, who will be doing the scope of work. We identify the following areas that need to be updated, including the soap dispenser, a new paper towel dispenser, a large garbage can, toilet seats, hands-free faucet air freshener, toilet paper holders, and baby changing stations. Though planning discussions with Jim Galdia, the town has a contract with Synthes, who will provide the audio soap dispenser, audio paper towel dispenser, air freshener, and toilet paper holders at no cost. Depending on how much money we raise, we will purchase a large garbage can, new faucet, toilet seats, and a baby changing station. Now I'll pass it on to Emily. Scope of work. We will do the work. We will do all the paintings ourselves. We are partnering with Public Works. They will pre-clean the bathroom. They have offered recommendations for syntax fixtures pictured by the red here. Ours will be colored in gray and blue. They will install the fixtures. Time commitment. We will begin this work this coming fall. We foresee the work that will be completed over the 3 weekends. Now I'm going to pass it over to Fiona, who will be talking about fundraising. Our goal is to raise between $1,000 and $2,000. We made beaded lanyards as a troop and personalized with Tamaulipas and Westfield beads. See pictures below for a few examples, and I have an example right here. We also plan to have a used book sale. And now I'm going to pass it on to Anderson, who's going to do about the cookie sale.
We had a successful cookie and nut sale season. We sold 860 boxes of cookies as a troop, which included 2 booth sales downtown. The profits from these sales and extra donations received will go towards the bathroom. Now I'm passing it on to Haley.
We have ideas for additional fundraising, such as selling homemade masks and rubber bracelets. Now I'll pass it on to Vivian.
Thank you for this opportunity. Can we answer any questions?
Well, this is Councilman Contract. First of all, I think you guys were a little generous in your description of the bathroom. But I think this is a wonderful project and I can't wait for the community to see it. I will never see it, obviously, but I think it sounds great. And I would love it if you could find a Boy Scout troop to do the same work in the boys' bathroom at Tamaulipas. So both of them could be upgraded. But I think it's wonderful. And I love the mural. And I think those inspirational sayings are really worthwhile, probably during the pandemic more than ever. So thank you for bringing this to our community. And go Tamaulipas. All of my kids have gone to Tamaulipas or still go there. So a tiger forever.
I just want to say, I just want to thank the girls. Great presentation, and thanks to Mary and Wendy I've been working with. This is important to your point, Councilman. The girls project, because we're able to work with them and partner with Cintas, our current carrier, these fixtures are going to be actually no cost to us. So Public Works is going to do the men's room at the same time. So both bathrooms will be done with the internal fixtures and the paint jobs. The girls are going to focus on the women's bathroom and the doors, and we'll actually have fixture upgrades in both rooms when we actually work with our vendors. So it's really because of them that we're actually getting both bathrooms upgraded because of their
That's great.
Yeah.
And I'll add, I know somebody who makes a UV baby changing table, so it auto sterilizes and sanitizes after every use. And I'm in the baby products industry, so I will reach out to them and see if I can get one of those donated so we could have a high-tech baby changing table.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'd like to, ladies, hi. I want to thank you very much, but I'm going to ask you that when you get your fundraising up and running and have your products, could you come back to us and let us know so that we can help promote that? I know
Yeah.
I'd like to be one of your first customers.
Yeah.
Nice. Did you guys mention, when's the timing on this? When do you hope to start work?
We hope this fall. This fall, and
In
we'll
the
finish
fall.
the project later in 5th grade.
Well, you did a fantastic job. This is a great project. Thank you all so much for coming and offering to repair something that's desperately needed to be fixed.
Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Great presentation too.
Thank you.
You all
Very
did a
nice.
great job.
So you girls, as you can hear, you've been approved, and I'll write a letter to the troop to approve, confirm the approval. And then as you move forward, we'll be in touch to make sure everything is squared away so we can work together in the fall. Thanks again, girls.
It's like they won American Idol.
Thanks, Wendy. Thanks, Mary.
Great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for your time.
Thanks.
Okay. While we're here, David, do we have,
Yeah, Lois is on Westfield Green Team.
okay. So we have a quick announcement from the green team, and is there a gentleman from the school too, or just Lois?
I don't know. I think Jay Robbins is from the schools.
Okay.
So just
going to be joining.
say that again, Lois.
Yeah.
Oh, Medea?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Medea Valeri, Jim as well.
Okay, got it.
And is it Lois J. Robbins? Did I get that right?
Jeff.
Oh,
Jeff.
Roberts, okay. All right. So hello, Lois and Medea, and I just promoted Jeff to panelist. So hopefully Jeff will join.
Awesome. Very hard to follow that act. Not even going to attempt, but they were impressive. So one of the green team's sub-teams focuses on education and outreach, and we always do programming with the schools. This year obviously has been very tough because we were not allowed to go into the schools. So Medea and I did some brainstorming early in the year and came up with the idea of having a virtual green collar career fair. But it took finding the right partner, which is in Jeff Robbins, who is the environmental teacher at the high school, moved over from Roosevelt this year, I believe, to partner with us. So we will be hosting, with help also from the New Jersey School Boards Association, John Henry, a panel. It'll be over 4 different sessions. Thursday evening, the 20th from 7 to 8, and then 3 sessions on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, May 24, 25, and 27, where we'll have panel discussions from different people in green collar careers to share with students opportunities that they might explore as they move out of the high school into college. We are extending the invitation not only to all the high school students, but also we've invited the Magnet, the Union County Magnet, as well as the VOTEC, and will also be made available to middle school students and their parents. And I'm going to let Jeff talk for a minute or two about the program.
Thank you. First, I'd like to echo what Lois said, and please, I never want to go after Girl Scouts. They make us all look bad. So my name's Jeff Robbins, and I recognize a lot of folks, and you may know me from my 2.5 decades over at Roosevelt. I was invited to go over to the high school to teach environmental, and that is something I'm super passionate about. And so I switched schools in the middle of the pandemic, which was really exciting too. So I'd like to take a moment and thank Lois, Medea, and the Westfield Green Team for taking the time to put together this really wonderful program for our students in these crazy times. The green sector is growing by the second, and it is really incredible for us to be able to put together an opportunity for our students to hear from practitioners in the field, to hear about their education experience, their story, and what it's like to be a profession in the field, and have a chance to consider these new career opportunities and to think about what they're doing and what they can do in their future. So we have set up, and Lois will probably share all the invite information. We have set everything up, and we are starting the active promotion phase now. And hopefully we'll see a lot of you on there. And this is a really wonderful opportunity for our students this year.
Great.
Hey, Lois or
Yes.
Jeff, can you guys talk about how this is a pilot for the
Yes.
state?
Yes. So working again with John Henry, who is the steam tank coordinator, yes, for the New Jersey School Board Association. The idea was that we were going to pilot this in Westfield, but the hope is that it will be successful and then it will be a state event for the fall. So all schools would be invited. We'd have more panels, and it would really cover all different levels of education. So it's stackable, vocational, technical, up through doctoral. But we are going to be the pilot for it.
Great.
Medea, do you want to add any final thought?
I was just going to say, sorry, that we have representatives from renewable energy, public planning, marine biology and conservation, environmental education, farming, waste management and recycling, professional engineering, and more. So we've got some really great professionals, diverse panel. I think it'll be really interesting for the kids and a pretty unique experience for them.
Right.
Adair, do you guys have anything from the electric vehicle sector?
We might. I'm not sure right now. Let me see.
We tried.
I have the
I think that
speakers.
we don't have a hardcore EV car person, but we do have in transportation in general. That they'll be able
We
to.
have an
just thinking-
offshore wind guy, so that's kind of cool.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
yes.
just thinking the EV car is something sexy for those students that they might be into. So
yes,
yeah,
that'll be the EV car show in the fall, Shelley.
great. Oh yeah, that would be great.
Yes.
We are working on that too, though. And if we can't get that for this pilot, we're hoping for the statewide one because our friend John Henry at School Boards is very interested in that. And he's worked with Votex before and they have automotive programming. So, you know, the way he sees it, they fit together very nicely.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I thought, first of all, Lois is doing a great job as co-chair. Medea, as always, makes a huge contribution as a former co-chair. Jeff, thanks for helping to put this together. I wanted the whole council to hear about this because I think it's really incredible that Westfield's piloting something that could become statewide. So we like to be the leaders and we're leading. And this is really important, right? You know, the president, the governor have very aggressive greenhouse gas emission goals. Not only does it require behavior change, but it requires inspiring and exciting our students to care, you know, and how better to be inspired and to care than to pursue it for your career. So I just thought everybody should know about it. And I'll make sure that everybody on the council gets invited to the various events. I think it kicks off on May 20th at 7 with a very impressive speaker who funds startup entrepreneurial efforts in the sustainable space, if I'm not mistaken.
And was a Tamaqua school teacher for many years before he moved on.
Oh, wonderful. Even better.
Mhm.
So thank you guys so much for coming. I don't know if anybody has any questions, but I think this is great.
Yeah, no,
I just have one quick thing. Medea, Lois, Jeff, thank you so much. And David, thank you for bringing it to our attention. I think this is fantastic because there are a lot of new world jobs, that are cropping up that a lot of people don't go, that a lot of high school kids don't know about, a lot of adults don't know about. So giving, these high school kids and the middle school kids a chance to learn about these is great. I think you said this in your presentation, but one other thing that I think is also really important, particularly if we're going to be piloting this, is helping to meet kids where they're coming from. So identifying, occupations that they can have in the future that don't necessarily require a 4-year college education, or maybe something that they could do for a couple of years to see whether they would like getting higher education, just so we can, encourage, all kids to feel comfortable with the idea that whatever they might choose after high school is okay.
Yep. And we have the Carpenters Union coming that
Good.
is installing
Great.
solar, right? No,
Yeah,
wind
I think he's the
turbines.
offshore wind fellow.
Yeah.
He's right. He's from one of the unions, a carpenters union. So
Yes,
we've
well-
definitely taken that into account. I agree with that 100%.
Mhm.
Great. Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Everybody.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much, Lois and Medea and Jeff. So
Yeah.
Great job.
Bye.
Bye, thanks.
Thank
You were as
Thanks
good
for
as the Girl
having us.
Scouts.
You did a good job following the Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's jump into the rest of the meeting. No bids right now. Under finance policy, we have a bunch of resolutions. First is a resolution authorizing CFO to draw a warrant for dog licenses for the month of April 2021. 2 is a resolution authorizing CFO to refund recreation department fees. 3 is a resolution authorizing CFO to draw a warrant to refund tree preservation cash bond. 4 is a resolution authorizing CFO to refund dumpster security payment. 5 is a resolution authorizing CFO to draw a warrant for food application refund. 6 is a resolution authorizing CFO to sign biweekly warrants for PBA employee salaries January 1st, 2019. And the next one is January 1st, 2020. Those are the 2 out retroactive years for the PBA contract, which now we'll finalize that after these are adopted. Number 8, resolution authorizing execution of agreement with Morris County Cooperative Pricing Council to renew membership. This is a membership we renew every 5 years. This is a co-op we do use from time to time for lots of different things. So very good co-op we're a member of for many, many years. 9 is a resolution to award contract for redevelopment bond council services. If you remember, we went out to RFP for this back in December or November when we do our normal solicitation for legal services. We didn't really need the service at the time, so we just renewed the RFP again recently. With things coming down the pipe, we want to make sure we had someone on board for that purpose. So that's will be awarded tonight. Any fees that we might charge this right now would go to an escrow fund. But again, just having someone on board and be on the team in case we need them is why we're awarding that. Number 10, resolution authorizing submission of application for project entitled New Jersey Library Construction Bond Act. This is just an endorsement of the library's application for the second round of the Construction Bond Act to apply for the HVAC project, which is significantly expensive. This is a $650,000 grant. They did receive the first round grant. So we're hoping that they can get this round or even part of it to offset the cost for that project. 11 through 15 are all new grants that we've received where we do what they call Chapter 159. So we can accept the money into the budget after we adopted the budget. So number 11 is approving an insertion of a special item of revenue for the municipal budget, Union County Community Development Block Grant. The Recreation Department applied for this. This is money that goes towards senior programming and senior bus services and recreation, offsets our costs and enhances senior programming there, which is great. 12 is approving a special item of revenue, the municipal budget for public health capacity grant. This is additional money that we, above what we anticipated in the budget for assisting during the pandemic and Megan's department. Another $42,000 on top of the 95 we'd already anticipated in the budget. So that's a really nice thing. Number 13, more revenue inserted in the municipal budget for body armor. And 14 is for drunk driving enforcement fund. Those are both police grants. The police department applies for every year. And those are annual grants, a little less than $5,000 each for programs. And then number 15 is really a new one, Board of Health, insertion of special item revenue for COVID-19 vaccination grant. And this is really the first of a 2-year grant, which will be for vaccination aid. And really with Megan and I have talked about this, and she'll be looking at the Board of Health about this, with the discussion of boosters that are going to be required, most likely for things in the fall or beyond. We'll have money now at our disposal to maybe do some programs in town. And this will also supplement our home program we're doing now for the vaccination efforts we're making now. So this is wonderful. And the Board of Health has gotten a lot of money this year to do the applications, which is great. And the last one is the one we just added on, Chief Financial Officer draw a warrant for refund of cash, street opening cash bond for residents. So that's it under finance. Lots of good stuff. Any questions? Okay, under Covey and Town Property, We have one resolution authorizing the mayor to execute an amended agreement with the Fair Share Housing Center, which amends the agreement we have with the courts to allow some development on properties that have been in our plan for some time. Under Public Works Committee, we have 3 resolutions. First is a resolution for final acceptance for the 2020 improvement of Scotch Plains Avenue. Number 2 is a resolution authorizing change order number 1 for the 2021 miscellaneous ADA ramp and drainage improvements. And the third is a big one. This is based upon bids we just took in, resolution to award contract for 2021 various road improvements. So this is the road program that we authorized earlier this year for the town's portion of the roads, which then complements, in many cases, the Elizabethtown gas portion of the roads. So we'll now be able, with Chris still here, thankfully, Chris is still here to help us get that running and going. So now we'll award this tonight, we hope, and then Chris will be able to have pre-construction meetings and get the schedule together and coordinate that schedule with Elizabethtown Gas's schedule, which hopefully will be starting in a few weeks with their paving efforts. So a lot of paving to come in the next number of months, but this is a big one tonight. And I think an important note, a little bit less than our estimate. So based upon how the paving process goes, if there's no surprises, we may have money left over to add more roads. So we'll have to see how that works out in the fall, but very good news for us as well to have money available to us to do extra things. So great news. Thank you, Chris, for that.
David, just real quick, could you elaborate on the fair share housing? Is that what we discussed this evening in executive session, code review?
Yes, that authorizes the mayor to amend the settlement agreement that we have to allow for further development on properties that have been in our plan for some years.
Thank you.
Sure.
And Jim and Chris, just a quick question. So I know the gas company is planning to do a lot of work in Ward 3. Do we have any updates on timing? They were going to start in January. It got put on hold because of the winter. Have we heard anything from them?
Yes, we've been, Chris can chime in as well. We've been coordinating with them a lot. They were trying to push things off to July because of their budget year. We've been trying to push them to move things faster. There are a few projects in Ward 1 actually, and part of Ward 4, I believe, that were completed or almost completed last year. So we want them to get to those first, to get those done, and then all the projects that are going to be starting with the utility work first and the paving afterwards. I don't know, Chris, have you heard on the utility piece, not the paving piece yet?
Yeah, I haven't really heard on the utilities, specifically your area, David. I know they were going to begin and then kind of were on a stalemate. I'm going to assume it's similar to what Jim was saying with their fiscal year budget going July to June. They're probably waiting for that, but I certainly can get more information and be able to get that out.
Yeah, no, I'm less worried about my street, more about just for residents. So if we can get, at least a week or two notice, last time the notice was a bit shorter than that, I know residents would appreciate it.
That's a good, and David, it's a good point. Just so everyone understands, so we have, Elizabethtown Gas has many things in different stages of completion. We have some work that was done last year that was gas work that was completed or transferred to this year and completed earlier this year. So they're all they're already waiting to do now is pave. We have other work that they're planning to do. The utility work has not even started yet. And once that work gets started and finished, then they'll pave after that. So there's a lot of coordination here, but we're trying to get them to pave the stuff that was either finalized earlier this year or last year. And then to your point, David, get the utility schedule to get that work started and then pave afterwards. So there's work going on really starting hopefully this month with paving and go all the way through basically the end of the year with paving and utility work and followed by paving. So.
Got it.
Yep.
Jim, I just have a quick question. I remember at one point I was able to, on the town website, to find a list of all the roads that were going to be paved this year, or at least were planned to be paved.
Yep.
Where do I find it? Just because I want to make sure to point people to it.
It's actually right on the front page on the carousel.
It's just
2021 road improvements. And then when you go there, you'll see the road. What we did this year, if you remember, we advertised what we're doing this year and what's expected to be done for 22, 23, and 24. And there's also an archive of everything that has been done, I think, since 2010. So if you there's a link, I think it's a picture of a street with cones on it. Click that and it gets you to that whole section. It should be right on the front page.
I see it, and it's road improvements.
Yes.
I was looking under road paving. I couldn't, but I forgot to look at the carousel. But
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
It's a good place to point people. And is this also a place where we're we'll keep updates on what's happening in the next couple of weeks. Is that the?
Yes, once we get the schedule nailed down of what we're doing and what the gas company is doing, Kim will obviously do the normal, it'll be out on town updates. I'm sure the mayor's updates will include it. It'll be on the website and of course other social media channels. So, but yes, and I think we even, to the town updates is the big one, which.
Yeah, okay.
And then
Hey,
those
Jim?
roads, one last thing, those roads that will be paved or utility work beyond. So Elizabethtown Gas will give notices out to those roads before their work is done. Those roads they're paving, they will also give notices out, hand deliver notices by them to the roads before they're paved. And we, in addition to our social media channels and website, we also provide notices to those streets and homes that are on the streets we pave as far in advance as we can, usually a week or so in advance, so people know to move their cars and what's coming to be a minor disruption for a few days. So
yeah,
yes, Mike.
Thank you.
Yep.
Is the consultant's road assessment report still available on the website?
Yes.
It still can be found at that same location?
Yep.
Where,
You can, it's there. It's also, you can type in this road assessment that pops right up as well. It's really, if you remember, it's in 2 phases there. You can see the simple PCI listing if you want. You can also see the full report with all the details behind it of all the different, calculations that were done. But yeah, both are there.
Thanks.
Yep. So that's it for
Jim,
resolutions.
do you know in Ward 4 on West Broad Street, newly paved, it looks like the gas company has got a lot of markings. Do you know what happened there?
I don't know. I don't know if Chris, you know.
By McKinley.
Yeah, a lot of times the markouts are done. It doesn't necessarily work. It doesn't mean work's going on the road. It could be work on a separate, like a nearby property that they have to do a mark out for, but we can find out. I'm not aware, Chris, I don't know if you know.
I know there's construction going on that corner, but I'm not aware of any road opening that's going to take place. Again, West Broad being a county road, they would get a road opening permit, not the town. But certainly can find out what's going on.
There's a lot of markings.
Gotcha. Okay, anything else? Any other questions? Okay. I think unless there's any committee reports.
Yeah, I'd like to do a quick committee report for public safety.
Yeah.
So during our meeting that we had last week, we went over a lot of different things, besides tackling at least 13 different parking, speeding, and quality of life issues in the Myrtle Avenue neighborhood. We addressed a critical public safety issue brought to us by Fire Department Chief Tiller. I don't know if Chief Tiller is here, so I will try to describe the issue. So what Chief Tiller had noticed was that due to the increased residential capacity on Grandview, with the condominiums built there and the arc of Union County residential homes that were recently built, he had indicated that his fire department apparatus would need space to park in the event of an emergency. So that part of Grand Avenue, I'm going to call it the north side of Grand Avenue between Myrtle and Grove, was identified as needing to be a no parking zone. So that's part of the street that's directly across from the tennis center, and so we are looking to introduce this as an ordinance during our next town council meeting, and would like to just bring it to everyone's attention at this time. Again, we want to emphasize the need. This is a public safety matter, and thank Chief Tiller for bringing this to our attention. Jim, I don't know if you want to add any more details. I think it's pretty straightforward.
No, it's pretty, yeah, great job, Mike. And I think that's exactly right. With the new development that's there, he's been assessing that for us. And I know Chief Bataloro also was at the meeting as well. And we think that's a good idea for that section of road. And the thought is there's already right now on that side of the street a 25-foot no parking from the crosswalk. And the goal is to extend that down right past the Arc of Union County House to make sure that there's adequate ability for a fire truck to access that property for any kind of issue. So that's the proposal.
Mike, what about the parking lot with the contracting company parking in the tennis court? Did you guys address that, or?
We did discuss that. Yeah, we're having the zoning officer tackle that next. So and other things are under review in the committee as well, right, Mike, for that area?
Absolutely. There's quite a bit. Yeah, like I said, at least 13 different issues were discussed for that Myrtle Avenue neighborhood.
Mike, not to bore the entire council, but can you provide an update to Mark and I, just because I know the residents were keen to hear at least the status of those discussions? You don't have to do it during this meeting, just as a follow-up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So,
Wonderful.
I mean,
Thank you.
we did talk about Light Bridge Academy, right? That
Yeah.
area of Myrtle Avenue, as well as some other areas of concern, you know, and that quality of life issue that you had brought up that has to do with that company at the end of Myrtle.
Side scrapers.
Streetscape
Yeah.
or sidescape.
Yeah, yeah. So we tackled that, and yeah, I can absolutely give you a summary.
That would be great. Actually,
Thanks,
on that
Thanks,
note,
Mike.
Jim, did you hear back from Jim? Was it Graziano from the county? Because it was related to side scrapers in that state lot.
Yeah, not yet. Joe Graziano. I'm going to reach out
Joe.
to him again, but yes, I know they're looking into that for us. So we'll get more information from them.
Okay. Just so if everybody on the council wants to know, one of the ideas that we brainstormed was, so Side Scrapers is a giant construction firm right on the border of Westfield and Garwood. And a lot of the residents don't like the fact that their trucks rumble down the street early in the morning. They may be breaking our weight limit ordinance, I don't know. But if they could exit via that empty DMV lot, they could bypass the residential neighborhood. So we're trying to leverage the county's connections at the state level to see if we can make that happen.
Is that it, Mike?
That is it.
Okay, good. All right, anything else? I think that's it. All right, well, good. We got a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this meeting is adjourned and we will see you in probably 20 minutes.
See.
All right, great. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks.
Tyler, are you meeting? Let's see. There's ham, there's eggplant rollatini, there's some pasta from Nana's.
Remember, when we were ordering, I forgot that I had like 3 nights.
Oh, nice. So put one on my car, but you won't see it.
So,